That sounds like a fun adventure for Veer and Daddy. Here's a story about their spooky, but not too spooky, Halloween night. Veer's spooky Halloween adventure. Veer, all snug in his bright red superhero cape and holding Daddy's big hand, was ready for his first real trick or treat. Ready to find some yummy treats, buddy? Daddy asked, zipping up Veer's jacket. Veer nodded, his eyes wide and excited. Go, he declared, pulling Daddy towards the front door. The scary, silly sights. As they stepped onto the street, everything looked different. The moon was a bright white sliver, and the air smelled crisp and cool. The first house they walked up to had the spookiest thing Veer had ever seen. Hanging right by the porch light was a massive, fuzzy black spider. It was bigger than Veer's head. Veer stopped short, pointing a shaky finger. Big bug, Daddy chuckled. It is a big bug. But don't worry, buddy, it's not real. It's just a decoration for Halloween. Can you give it a little wave? Veer squinted, then gave the plastic spider a quick, nervous wave before Daddy knocked on the door. A friendly lady gave Veer a lollipop, and the big bug was forgotten for a moment. The wobbly ghost and the grinning pumpkin. They kept walking, and the houses got even more fun. On one lawn, there was a white balloon tied to a stick, floating and bobbing in the breeze. Someone had drawn big black eyes and a mouth on it. Go, Veer whispered, recognizing the word from his favorite cartoon. A ghost! It's a wobbly little ghost, isn't he? Daddy agreed. Veer giggled as the ghost seemed to wiggle hello. Suddenly, Veer stopped again. On the steps of the next house sat a giant, orange, smiling face. It was a pumpkin, but it had no hair, and its mouth was all jagged and open. Inside, a little light was flickering, making it look like the pumpkin was breathing. Veer stared. Sleepy, he mumbled, mistaking the sleepy look of the lit jack-o'-lantern for one of his plush toys. That's a jack-o'-lantern, Veer. He's not sleepy, he's just smiling for Halloween, Daddy explained. Home Sweet Home Veer's little orange bucket was starting to feel heavy. He had seen a big white skeleton that rattled when the wind blew. A black cat with glowing green eyes, also not real, and a plastic witch whose pointy hat kept falling over. By the time they reached their own porch, Veer's legs were tired and his eyelids felt heavy. Did you have fun seeing all the spooky things, superhero? Daddy asked, picking him up. Veer rested his head on Daddy's shoulder, a big, sticky lollipop already melting in his hand. He looked down at his bucket full of treats. Scawy fun, he yawned, snuggling in for a good candy-filled sleep.